your object. Click the Insert, then go to Shapes and select a shape from the drop-down menu. Draw the shape on your slide. Click the Shape Fill button in the Drawing group on the Home tab. The Shape Fill button can also be used to fill color in the text placeholders. Select the Gradient option. Choose the desired color scheme from the displayed list. You can also select More Gradients option. The Format Shape dialog box appears. The Fill tab and the Gradient Fill option are selected by default. Click the Preset Colors button and select the desired color scheme from the drop-down list. Similarly, you can fill textures by selecting the Picture or Texture Fill option. Click the Texture button. A drop-down list appears with the inbuilt textures. Select any texture from the list. To insert a picture as a texture, click the Clip Art button on the Format Picture dialog box. The Select Picture dialog box will appear. Choose any picture of your choice. Click OK and then close. Observe the new colorful effect. Rotating a picture, shape, text or object. Click the picture, shape, word art or text box that you want to rotate. Bring the pointer over the green node on the top of the selected shape. The pointer will change to drag the mouse in the direction you want to rotate the shape. Or you can rotate a picture by clicking on Rotate option on the Drawing Tools Format tab in the Arrange group and selecting the desired option. Tip: select a shape, right-click on it and select Edit Text option. The insertion point appears in the center of the shape. Now type the desired text. To remove any shape, select it and press the Delete key. Editing an image. You can adjust the color intensity, saturation and color tone temperature of a picture and recolor it. You can apply multiple color effects to your picture. Let us learn how to edit image. Click on the Insert tab. Insert a picture or clip art using the relevant options in the Images group. Resize or adjust the image as per your need. Select the image. You will notice that the Format tab appears on the ribbon. Click on the Corrections drop-down button in the Adjust group on the Format tab. Select the desired option from the Brightness and Contrast category. Select the desired option from the Color Saturation, Color Tone and Recolor category of the Color button in the Adjust group. All these options are not available when you are inserting a clip art. Instead, you will find only the Recolor category. Also select the desired style from the Picture Styles group and observe the change. Alright, let us talk about grouping and ungrouping shapes. It is often convenient to group shapes together so that they can be treated as a single shape by PowerPoint. A group of shapes can be formatted in a way similar to a single shape. They can be moved, rotated and deleted together. Follow these steps to group and ungroup shapes. Selecting objects. Using the Select tool, you can select multiple drawing objects in PowerPoint. Let us learn it practically. Draw 4 basic shapes in a slide. Click on the Home tab in the Editing group and click on the Select button. Choose the Select Objects option from the drop-down list. Then hold down the left mouse button to draw a box over the shapes. All the shapes in this box will be selected. Or press and hold Shift or Control key while you select the objects. Grouping multiple objects. To draw a single large object, sometimes you draw many small objects in it. In such a case, you need that no object should move from its place. That is, the large object should behave as a single unit. This can be achieved by grouping all the objects together. Let us learn how to do it. Right-click on the selected shapes that you want to group. A shortcut menu appears. Then select the Group option. You will find three options, that is group, ungroup and regroup. Or click on the Arrange button in the Drawing Group on the Home tab. Select the Group option from the drop-down menu. After selecting the objects, a new tab appears, that is Format tab. Click on the Format tab and select the Group option in the Arrange group. Further, select Group option from the drop-down list. You will now see that all the objects are grouped together. Note: similarly, you can ungroup the multiple objects by selecting the Ungroup option in the Arrange group. When you are grouping some objects for the first time, then only Group option will be visible in the drop-down menu. And when you are ungrouping the objects, then only Ungroup option will be visible. But if you are regrouping the ungrouped objects, then Group and Regroup options will be visible and Ungroup option will not be available. Let me tell you about applying transition effects to a slide. Transition effects appear when one slide changes to other during slideshow view. You can apply transition effect to a single slide as well as to all the slides. Follow these steps to add transition effects. Select the slide on which you want to apply a transition. Click on the Transitions tab. The transition to this slide group appears on the ribbon. Click on the More drop-down arrow to display all the transition effects. Click on any transition effect from the display choices. The current slide will display a preview of the selected effect. Now select the Effect Options button to select an effect for the chosen transition. Click on the drop-down arrow of the Sound option in the Timing group and select any sound effect of your choice. Click on the Preview button present at the extreme left on the ribbon. Observe its effect. Specify the transition timing by entering the number of seconds or minutes in the duration box in the Timing group. You can set your presentation to advance on its own and display each slide for a specific amount of time. To do so, uncheck the box next to the On mouse click. Click on the After checkbox and enter the amount of time for which you want to display the slide. Click on the Apply to All button to apply the selected effects on all the slides. Otherwise, those effects will be applied on the current slide only. Alright, let me give you a tip. You can also apply transition effects in the Slide Sorter view. Open Transitions tab and select the desired slide transition effect. You can also observe that the Star Play animation icon appears on the Slides tab in the left pane besides any slide that includes a transition. Let me tell you about applying animation effect. Slide animations are similar to transitions, but they are applied to an individual element on a single slide, such as a title, chart, shape, or individual bullet point. The ability to move objects such as text, graphics, charts, logos, etc. to all directions of the slide is called animation. Animations make a presentation lively and impressive. They help in focusing on important issues and control the flow of information. Animation effects need to be applied in normal view so that you can select individual objects on a single slide. To make specific changes to the movement of text and objects, follow the given steps. Open any presentation. Select the object you want to animate. Choose the Animations tab and click on the Add Animation button in the Advanced Animation group. A drop-down menu will appear displaying different options: entrance, emphasis, exit, motion path, etc. Now select any animation effect from the displayed list. The Effect Options field will vary depending on the effect you have chosen. Directions can be from top, across, from right side, bottom, in, out, and so on. PowerPoint automatically provides you the preview of animation in the slide pane itself. In the Timing group, choose the desired setting for Start field to select the start method you want to apply. Delay field helps to play the animation after a certain number of seconds. Click the Play button to preview the effects given to the slide. You can view and manage all the animation effects in the Animation Pane window. To activate this window, click on the Animation Pane command on the Animations tab. Time for Fact File. Always remember that while working with objects, you should be in normal view. Students, let me give you an important tip. You can change the order of animation effects by using Move Earlier or Move Later option of Reorder Animation in the Timing group. Let us understand about inserting sound in a slide. Sound clips add a new dimension to the presentation and also add pleasing effect to it. They can be used in the form of background music or special effects to lay emphasis on important points in a presentation. Sound can be added from the file saved on the computer, internet, CDR or your own recorded sound. Follow these steps to insert a sound clip in a slide. Adding sound from a file. Select the slide in which you want to add sound. Select the Insert tab and click the drop-down arrow of the Audio command in the Media group. Choose the Audio from File option from the drop-down menu. The Insert Sound dialog box will appear. Locate the sound file on your computer and select the required file. Click on Insert button. A small speaker icon appears on the slide. It means that the audio file has been added. Observe that the Format and Playback tabs appear in the ribbon. The Playback tab has the Audio Options group which has commands to control how the audio will play. Time for Fact File. The recorded sound files are assigned the extension .wav. Alright, now we shall share important tips. Press Alt+P key combination to play or pause the sound. To continuously play any sound, select Loop Until Stop checkbox in the Audio Options group on the Playback tab. The Playback tab appears on the ribbon only after inserting a sound file in your slide. It disappears from the ribbon once you deselect the speaker icon and vice versa. Inserting your own sound. To add your own sound to the slide, first you have to record your own sound. It is essential to connect a microphone to your computer while recording your own sound. Follow these steps. Select the slide in which you want to insert the recorded sound. Click on the Audio drop-down arrow in the Media group on the Insert tab. Choose the Record Sound option from the drop-down menu. The Record Sound dialog box appears. By default, the sound will be named Recorded Sound. You can type the new name for the audio recording. Click on the red Record button to start recording, and when you have finished the recording, click on the square Stop button. You can use the Play button to listen to the recorded sound. Click OK. A small speaker icon will appear on the slide. Now select the Slideshow tab and click the From Beginning button in the Start Slideshow group or press F5 key. During the slideshow, click on the speaker icon to listen to the recorded sound. Let us understand this through an activity. Create a slideshow on Petcare with the following transition and animation effects. Create a presentation with 3 slides. Add a title in the first, 2 pictures in the second, and a bulleted list in the third slide as shown in the pictures on the right side. Add the Reveal transition effect and choose a sound of your choice. Apply these settings to all the slides. Select the title of the first slide. Click on Animations tab. Select the Random Bars option from the Entrance category under the Add Animation drop-down button. Now select Vertical option from the Effect Options button. Select the first picture of the second slide. Select Emphasis category and choose Teeter option. Select the second picture of the same slide. Click on the More Motions Paths tab. Add Motion Path dialog box appears. Choose Curvy Left option under Lines and Curves category. Click OK. Select the text box of the third slide. Select More Exit Effect tab and apply Bounce Effect under Exciting category. Click OK. Insert the desired audio file in your presentation. Click on the Slideshow tab and select from Beginning option in the Start Slideshow group, or simply press F5 key to start the slideshow. Okay students, let us discuss about how to remove an animation effect. In the normal view, select the object from which you want to remove the effect. Click the Animations tab. Select Animation Pane option in the Advanced Animation group. The animation pane appears. Select the particular animation which you want to remove. Click on the small arrow which is present at the right side of the applied animation in the animation pane. Select the Remove option from the drop-down menu. You will notice that the effect will be removed from the selected slide. Let me tell you about applying rehearse timings. Rehearse timings feature helps you to find out the time you would need to present a slideshow. This option makes sure that your presentation fits within the certain time frame. You can set a varying time for slides to be displayed before changing to the next slide. Click the Slideshow tab, select Rehearse Timings in the Setup group. You will notice that the slideshow will begin in full screen mode along with a timer in the top left corner of the screen. Start rehearsing your slideshow. When you are finished with the first slide, click the Next button on the recording toolbar in the top left corner. Repeat the process for all the slides in a presentation and press the Escape key to end the slideshow. A dialog box appears that shows the total time of your presentation. If you are satisfied with the timings, click on the Yes button. Observe that the normal view changes to Slide Sorter view automatically and the time slot for each slide appears under them. The slideshow will play these slides according to the recorded time. Let us learn about printing a slide. MS PowerPoint allows you to print a slide or an entire presentation. To print a slide, click on the Print option in the File tab. The print pane appears as shown in the figure. It provides you the options to print all slides, specific slides, handouts, notes pages, or outline pages. Specify the number of copies in the Copies box and select a printer from the drop-down list which is available in the Name box. Select the option to print either current slide or all slides by clicking on the drop-down arrow of Print All Slides option under the Settings section. You can also print the specific slides by number by clicking on the slides and then entering a list of individual slides. Arrange or both use commas to separate the numbers and no space. For example, 1, 3, 6 to 10. After making all the required settings, finally click on the Print button. Let us take a recap of this chapter. A layout contains placeholders which holds text as title, bulleted list, and graphics, etc. Text box is a placeholder where you can enter and manipulate text. Headers and footers are those little identifiers that run across the top and bottom of a document respectively. PowerPoint can import various types of file formats such as GIF, JPG, PNG, and BMP. Clip art feature is used to add pictures in the slides. Shapes is a drawing feature that helps in drawing different shapes. Shapes can be resized, rotated, flipped, and colored. Watermark in a presentation software is an extremely faded image which can be used as a background for a slide. A slide transition is the visual motion when one slide changes to the next during a presentation. Slide animations are applied to an individual element on a single slide, such as title, chart, shape, etc. In MS PowerPoint, sound can be added to a presentation from the file stored on the computer, internet, CDR, or one's own recorded sound. Rehearse Timings feature helps you in finding out the time you would need to present a slideshow. This option makes sure that your presentation fits within the certain time frame.